Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm Pinky. There's Ron Stradamus in the USC hoodie. I don't know what that's about, but welcome. Glad you're alive, my friend.
You know what? After this week with having a pinched nerve in my neck and all the different things that have gone on, oh my gosh, it is crazy, 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 crazy. If you guys ever have somebody that has a pinched nerve, pinched butt, whatever they have, feel some empathy for them because I am in some serious pain. Getting better, but seriously in pain nonetheless.
Smack Talking Raw. We're
Right.
all about healthy living.
How you doing, Master Pinky?
Well, it's been a day, so I thought we would do Smack Talking Raw, brought to you by Dos Equis. And I usually don't drink on the show, but you know what? Tonight's the night.
Well, you know, sports nonsense and whiskey, that's after this. So that's gonna be an interesting show after this one. So
We're gonna have some fun. Both shows.
That's right.
Oh.
You know, I've been looking around, you know, football season's now over, starting to get ready to get into the spring part of the season where drafts and free agency is going to be a big part of the thing. And I just, one of the things I'm really excited about is to see where the Broncos draft as far as like, we need a tight end. We need a running back too. I don't know if we're going to bring J.K. Dobbins back or not, but he's just too injury prone in my truth. I think we need to look at somebody like a Breece Hall, or we need to look at somebody that's going to come in. We don't need Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara is 4 months younger than I am, so we don't need Alvin Kamara coming out and doing anything. But I'm just really excited about football. And if you guys that are watching the program, you like football, go to Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. They do it the best. We got Dodger baseball getting ready to start. For those of you that root for somebody else, sorry about it. We're 2 times looking to be 3 times champion. But I'm not going to talk about regular sports. We're here to talk about professional wrestling. So I know that you're probably going to have a graphic on this a little bit, but I just really, last night when I was watching AJ Styles go through his last part of what it is that he is up to, I just really got present to the fact that AJ Styles, that dude was an incredible part of the professional wrestling industry for 20 years. And he deserves the respect he got. That dude was incredible. He participated in The Undertaker's last match, seeing Kazarian and Abyss on Raw last night. That was kind of like some throwback stuff. So I could go on and on and on and on. What are you guys thinking out there as far as AJ Styles, Hall of Fame first year ballot? What do you think of Pinky?
Man, I was digging it because I like the way they did it. They brought him out. He put his gloves in the middle of the ring. He was choked up, man. You could tell he was feeling that emotion.
Yep.
And then to see, and I could tell when he saw everybody walk out from the locker room. Excuse me. And he was feeling that love. Like you could tell, man. And I think everything it means a lot to him. I was listening to he was recently on Stephanie McMahon's podcast, and the way he talked about the business, and man, the way he talks about his wife, like he's an inspiration, like just talking about her love and her acceptance of him, and you know, when you're with somebody that long, it takes a lot, and that's when true love. So he has a true love for wrestling. He's got a true love for his wife, his kids. I think John Cena says it best. He's just a great dude. Like John Cena says, he's one of the best wrestlers of all time, and he's just a great dude. Like that's awesome when you can really feel like an entertainer is just a cool guy outside the ring. I just think it makes everything so much better, right? Because you're like, oh, he's not a jerk, right? If I ran into him randomly on the street, he'd say hi and he'd maybe spark a quick conversation if he has time, right?
I remember when he first debuted in TNA, and they were talking about how incredible he was. And it's real easy to see somebody in the, the short hair, skinny, the weird red and white tights that he had on. And the thing that I just look back on is that he made himself better as he went along. He wasn't doing the X competition wrestling, but I mean, he made himself better, more viable, big, stocky, always had quality programs that he put on with people. To a large degree, even though people call him the phenomenal one, I can also see where people took him for granted. He came out and he put John Cena during the prime of John Cena's career to the test of like, okay, you're the face of WWE. Well, I'm the face that runs the place. He came and he made his own shtick. And I just really want to salute AJ Styles for being an incredible part of the WWE landscape for the last 10 years.
And it's just crazy to think that he was on a retirement tour and we didn't even know it. Right? His last year, he's been on a retirement tour and we didn't even know it. Still think there might be there's some rumors out there, about him maybe doing some stuff in TNA, maybe doing some stuff in AEW possibly. There's a couple guys over there that he has some beef with that we've never gotten resolved. I think Will Ospreay is the main guy that he's got some previous beef with in AEW. That would be fun to see them get together, but who knows what's next for him. He did get inducted or got announced as he is getting inducted to the Hall of Fame. What's crazy to me is at the moment, and maybe it's still coming, but is John Cena getting in the Hall of Fame this year, or is John going to push it to another year to allow this to be more about AJ Styles? Because if John Cena is in the induction, it's going to be a lot about John Cena versus AJ Styles. So far it's AJ and Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I feel like John Cena coming in and being on the parachute of Stephanie McMahon and AJ Styles, that just takes away from those guys 100%. But then where do you put John Cena at? Do you wait till WrestleMania to where it's 2030? Like where does he fit in? Because
I hope it's not next year.
Right.
Because it'll be in Saudi. I mean, we'll be there in Saudi, so we can go. But I feel like that's like they need it to be here in the States for John Cena. So it's an interesting question of when does John go in? He's very humble, but I would have liked a little bit more of the show. They kept saying it was a tribute show to AJ Styles. But we didn't get a lot of AJ Styles until the very end. They had a really great video package right before he came out at the very end of the show. But the rest of the show before that wasn't anything. And then the show itself wasn't anything special, which right before Elimination Chamber, they're not wanting to waste any of the good stuff. Like, I get it. But the show itself was lackluster and then finished on a high note with AJ Styles and The Undertaker. But it was tough, man. That was a tough show.
Well, the thing I would say in retrospect to that is that I thought that AJ Styles, they handled him a lot better than they did John Cena. Honestly.
I think that was John Cena's choice, though, in that case, right? That was his choice. Now, I don't know if I rewatched it when we got back, but in the arena right before the match, there was a beautiful video package of John Cena. beforehand. It was awesome. And they had a couple video package throughout the show that was leading up to the match that was like, wow, okay, these are really great. So we'll see. So AJ Styles, congrats. If you do anything else, in wrestling, great. If you go to coaching, I think he made it sound like he was going to start doing some coaching. So we'll see how that evolves.
I'm just checking out his soccer mom hair there.
I got a good question for you, buddy.
Mm.
Is the Vision cursed after? And then I put this together. Everything's been downhill since they had Seth Rollins fake an injury as a work to get everybody over, which is a great moment of 2025. That is one of my top 5 moments, if not the top moment of 2025, of him coming down the ramp, throwing the crutches, going down and beating CM Punk's ass for the title, taking it from him, making him cry. It was a glorious moment. Since they did that, Seth Rollins has gotten injured. Braun Breaker's gotten injured. Bronson Reed's now been injured. What say you, my friend?
Karma, bitches. At the end of the day, I told you that for the rest of my life, I'm going to hate him. And so I'm watching his whole group dissolve right in front of our face. And I just really want to acknowledge the fact that I would never wish something like this on you, but I am so glad to see you go down in flames, Seth Rollins. Right? I'm trying to do my best Drew McIntyre impersonation. Yeah, watching.
That sounded more like Rusev, man.
Okay, Rusev Maska. The thing I'll say about the Vision is they've been disjointed ever since Seth joined Paul Heyman. There's not been real good continuity from the very beginning of this. It had all the hope of being something great and everything like that, but it is nowhere near the bloodline. It's nowhere near when CM Punk was walking down with the Wiseman, or with Paul Heyman, or even Brock Lesnar. It's the fourth show in the game.
I had hopes for the Vision because I thought this was great. Seth Rollins is established and he's leading this group. We're trying to bring Braun Breaker up to main event level. We're trying to bring Bronson Reed up. They're 2 young guys. They've got talent. So they're trying to get them to that next level, which we need, right? We need those main event stars to start replacing some of these guys that are leaving, right? So this made sense to me. It worked. Now, I think we've talked about, on a creative standpoint, they should have just been beating everybody's ass. Like, literally. They were winning and then taking L's. Seth would win and then Bronson Reed and Braun would take an L. Like, none of that made sense, right? Bronson Reed beats Roman at SummerSlam, and then, like, he's not on a tear, right?
Right, right. Like, why not? Why not? Right.
It doesn't make sense. So I do think, like you said, karma, it came back to get him. Biggest question I have for you now, Ron.
All with it.
Because I think Seth Rollins is either WrestleMania or SummerSlam. That shoulder should be about right around that time, so he should be getting close. Now he's going to come back, and I don't know what's going to happen, but there's 2 members of the Vision left, because Braun's probably out another 3 to 4 months with that hernia, and Reed tore his bicep. That can be 6 months or more, right? So where does the Vision go from here? If you were running creative, you've got Logan Paul, you got Austin Theory. What do you do?
Oh my gosh. I say that they strap a skyrocket to Logan Paul. I think that they have him be the guy inside the Vision. I think that they find a way to get somebody else to show up inside the Vision. And I think Seth Rollins then becomes the chase with regards to Logan Paul. And then when Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker come back, then they can fight Logan Paul as well. It would give a different dynamic to the whole entire group at that point. And I think that would be an incredible way for them to go to get themselves into a a meaningful place, because if Seth Rollins comes back and he just instantly just gets moved into the championship scene and everything like that, it's going to be like you're going to have a rebel. I mean, I hate a lot of the product right now anyway, because it just seems like a do-over all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this is a tough injury because I don't really know where they go from here. Because the obvious story would be Seth Rollins coming back to mess with Braun Breaker in the Vision, and then Braun Breaker having to overcome that, right, to lift him up.
Right.
And I Seth Rollins would definitely do that, right? It's good for business. We're going to lift Braun up with this feud. Well, now that's not even possible. So, like, is Seth Rollins going to come back and like just mess with Logan and Austin Theory, and what good does that do? Or does he come back and take back over the Vision? That's a possibility.
I think that the bigger play here is to have Logan Paul take over the Vision, and they could maybe even go in a direction of bringing in Jake Paul to come in and be the mask guy. I'm thinking that was supposed to be Bad Bunny, but like they could do a lot of different things, a lot of different ways to just, because what's going on with the product right now is that the writing is very lackluster. When you say that you're the chief content operator, and here's my Ron's rant. So for those of you that aren't used to seeing Ron's rant, this is Ron's rant right now. When I grew up watching wrestling, you didn't know that Dusty Rhodes was writing the programs. You didn't know that Vince McMahon was writing the programs. You really were able to, like, okay, this is real. This is really happening. And it was water cooler talk, or it was bathroom talk, or it was outside on the PE field. Did you see? And what's going on right now is when you say I'm the chief content creator, and then I'm showing you all of these things behind the scene, Unreal and all this stuff, it's really taken away from the expose of like, I watched this to suspend reality for a little bit. And when I'm allowing myself to watch something and I'm bored to death, or I'm watching this and it's predictable or whatever, it's pissing me off, because there's times where I'm just literally playing on my phone doing something because I know what's going to happen in my mind as far as the match goes. The only thing last night was Bronson Reed got hurt. They should have gotten El Grande Americano to be the dude. They should have gave him a shot. Let him get in there and do it. Why rehash Jey Uso, a tag team champion that you know is not going to win the Elimination Chamber? Yeah, and so like my rant is that WWE a few years ago at WrestleMania 40, they had The Rock come out, Roman Reigns, and they're a team, and then all of a sudden Cody and Seth Rollins are a team, two oddballs, and then they come up with a night one match, and then they have the Bloodline Rules match. Everything was just different. It felt like, gosh, we're going to a different era of wrestling. They've gone worse than wrestling was prior to the 1980s. I'm feeling like Ivan Koloff and Bruno Sammartino and all these guys should come out, because they were way more entertaining than the crap that we have going on right now. And it's just because the writing's gotten stale, the product has gotten boring, everybody's kind of predictable in what it is that they're doing and everything like that. Last night, Raquel Rodriguez, she won her match against Io Sky and Kairi Sane. Is she going to win in the Elimination Chamber? No, she's somebody that's going to be in there just to take an L. Let's make it so that the match, you don't know who's going to win. Put the best of the best in there. Put Roman in there. Put CM Punk in there. Put Seth in there. Put Braun Breaker in there. Put Bobby Lashley, bring him back. Put all these guys in there that you don't know who's going to be in there and that they're going to win, so that we can have some suspense and some, like, wow, Randy Orton's in there, right? He could be a 14-time, 15-time champion. Right now, the product sucks, and it's pissing me off, Triple H. It's like I've been a wrestling fan for 41 years, and I'm just seeing this product just constantly take, like, my friends that don't like professional wrestling, they come to me and they're like, dude, what are you watching? That crap is bad, blah, 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 blah. And right now, I can't really disagree with it.
There's that. Ron, have you watched on Prime? There's a WWE show, WWE Lost Treasures, or most like wanted treasures, or
Yeah, yeah.
so something really resonated with me. There was an episode where they were looking for stuff from Greg the Hammer Valentine and Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And they talked about feuds and rivalries and how they could go on for years back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
And it got me thinking, I was like, that's one of the problems. A feud today is 3 months and then it's done. It's over. Like that, we need that level of hate. We need the guys to be like forever. Like maybe they step away and get into a different feud for a little bit and then they can always come back. Like Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. I don't care. I feel like those guys could start their feud right back up and we would definitely watch and enjoy it.
Right. Dusty Rhodes versus Ric Flair. They fought for years against each other. Years. They always hated each other.
So, yeah, I'm with you on that, Ron. There's certain things. Again, I'm an optimist. I like having fun. I like watching my stories. I find some good things here and there, but as I've told you, I've enjoyed watching NXT and AEW more than Raw and SmackDown lately, because I feel like they're just phoning it in right now, and maybe the PLE will be, maybe Elimination Chamber will be different. We'll get something fun and exciting. But the Raw and SmackDowns lately have been pretty much kind of like, actually SmackDown has been better than Raw. Like the 3 hours, I feel like they've actually done a decent job filling those 3 hours and making it at least enjoyable to watch Saturday morning for me. Raw, the last 2 or 3 Raws, I'm just kind of like, I don't really know what we're doing here. So there's that. Moving on, getting back to some positivity. All right. Gonna throw this at you. There's a couple matches tonight on NXT that I wanted to showcase real quick. So, Obafemi ruled NXT for the last year and a half, 2 years, right?
He did.
Just dominated. Jasper Troy wins season 1 of LFG, which is the newer version of Tough Enough, right? And he's a monster. His very first feud is literally, he puts Obafemi through a car, wrestles him for the championship, holds his own, loses, but holds his own. From that moment forward, they have fumbled the hell out of Jasper Troy. He has no direction. He's the speed champion, for God's sake, right now. Keanu Carver has come out of nowhere. He's on season 3 that they're filming right now of LFG, and somehow he's already making a bigger name for himself than Jasper Troy. Make it make sense, man. What is going on?
So when I'm watching WWE programming right now, it's just disjointed and all over the place. It's like you try not to push somebody too hot because you don't want to cool off the rest of the product. But there's natural people like Jasper Troy. When we were watching LFG season 1, we were like, dude, this dude is a superstar. His whole character when he was walking around the ring and everything like that, it was like, wow, this dude is the next big thing. And they have cooled him off. I forget what the other guy's name was that had the he was a little guy. In that space, what he was doing is he would take on 5 or 6 competitors. Wesley.
Oh, Wesley, yeah.
Wesley was dominant. What happened to Wesley?
He's out. They cut him.
Right. And it was like he was the most dominant champion that we had in any division. He would take on 4 or 5 guys at a time. It's like Shawn Michaels is doing a hell of a lot better booking than Triple H is. But I still think that there's a lot of influence that comes from the top. And Triple H is just not, he's become the Vince McMahon of this era. He wants bigger guys, but he wants little guys. He wants indie guys that have a little reputation. and everything like that. And it's just not making that much sense and continuity to get a superstar built. Obafemi is a superstar. He's on the main roster right now, and he's doing vignettes. He's coming and talking to Rusev in his first battle. You know, it's like Rusev used to be the dude. I remember when Rusev Bashka, and he would come out and he was killing everybody with the United States Championship Challenge. But he hasn't been great in like 10, 15 years. So what are we doing here? What are we really trying to do here with regards to the talent? And that's where tonight, hopefully, when Jasper Troy goes out and shows some dominance, it's going to give a little bit more credibility to the product.
I like Eli Knight here, and I like Elio LaFleur. They're cool and all, but Jasper Troy should literally stomp them.
Yes.
This is a triple threat speed match, 7-minute time limit. He should stomp them. But I just wanted to highlight that I feel like Shawn Michaels has done pretty damn good. He has fumbled Jasper Troy, and I don't know why. Doesn't quite make sense. I'm excited to watch this later. Ethan Page defending his North American Championship against Miles Bourne. I got this feeling. I feel like Ethan's dropping the title soon. He's been holding that thing for a long time. I feel like he's dropping it soon. I do feel like he's getting his call up this year.
I feel like he's getting his call. I feel like he's getting his call up too, but I think that he keeps his belt until after WrestleMania, and then when they have a draft, then he'll do something with the belt at that time.
Are we getting a draft? I know that keeps getting rumored, but I haven't really seen anything for sure.
Man, I'm gonna take it at face value. Everybody's been talking about we get oh my goodness.
We need it shaken up a little bit for sure.
Yeah. Saucing boo, that was a boo.
I mean, that comment was it's pretty funny. I laughed pretty good.
Okay.
He dropped that, and then I think he bounced. But and then tonight we also have JC Jane and Sol Ruka. Now, I've also heard rumors that both of these ladies are getting called up this year. So I don't know if JC drops the title here, gets the call up. I mean, she's 4 years in. Like, if she don't get called up soon, I'm like, what are we doing?
But I also don't see a place for her on the main roster. I see her.
I can fit. I can fit her into SmackDown. I feel like the women on SmackDown, we need a few more. And maybe she's a jobber, but I feel like we still need a few more women that are somewhat, villains that we can get behind hating. And I think she plays that character well.
She plays it well, but I just look at her from the standpoint of even as NXT champion, I'm not sitting there thinking to myself oh, JC. Sometimes I forget she's still champ.
She's been champ since she beat Stephanie Vaquer.
Right.
Amazing as it is. So,
and you got Sol Ruka. They're trying to change her whole thing. When you got something that's working, don't change the program.
Well, they need to change and just call her up, man. Her whole thing is she is so over. It makes no sense to have her still in NXT, in my opinion.
Right.
So, and again, I think for me, if they want to slow roll it, you bring her and Zari up, you put them in the tag team division, and then you can give Sol Ruka a couple singles matches on her own. But that allows you to move, Rhea and Io out, or move Charlotte and Alexa out. You need somebody to replace them. Zarya and Sol Ruka would replace immediately and give them that opportunity to keep building up that fan base on the main roster, right? So I am excited to watch NXT tonight. Well, probably tomorrow, and I usually watch it tomorrow and Thursday. But I won't be watching it tomorrow, and we'll talk about that later.
That's right.
All right. So I wanted to do WrestleMania 42 is starting to come into shape. I think we've talked about this a little bit already. This was the first match announced. We've got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. You've talked about CM Punk should retire, even though he's your guy. I feel like CM Punk is riding out this contract. He's going to... I will say, I am not a huge CM Punk fan. But over the last year, that dude has shown up. He's been at every Raw. He's been at every PLE. He's been at the live events. The guy's putting in work. He's earning his money. I would say he probably needs a new finisher so that it looks good. But other than that, the guy's doing pretty good work, and I enjoy it. Part of me still wants bad guy CM Punk, though. I kind of want that one last run of him being the bad guy again. Because he's playing that best in the world shtick and all that, and the fans are really into it. But I feel like there's more he could do.
I agree. There's something that's missing in his edge right now, and in that edge missing. The problem is that he's not delivering those pipe bomb type promos. So it's like when I'm sitting there and I'm listening to him, I keep waiting for him to have that edge to him, and it's just missing. And that missing is causing a missing inside of the product. And that's unfortunate.
Corporate Punk is just not the same.
Not the same.
And,
so Roman Reigns, CM Punk. I'm glad that they had this match, but it should have been last year.
It was last year, technically.
But it was a three-way. You took a little bit of away. I always, when I walked away from that match, there was something missing, and it's like they should have had Roman fight against Seth fight against Punk, and then Punk fight against Roman.
That was a pretty good match, man. And then to have Paul Heyman basically turn his back on CM Punk and Roman Reigns and pick Seth, that was pretty good match and a moment of 2025. So I thought that was damn good.
Well, how I would have written it different, right, is because both Roman and CM Punk are getting close to the end of their careers. So I would have had a triple threat that the two losers retire from wrestling, right? They're eliminated. So you have that match, but you first have the Roman versus Seth match. Then you have the Seth versus Punk match, and then the Punk versus Roman match. And then they're like, we can't solve anything. Then they have this triple threat match. And then Paul Heyman at the end ends both Roman and CM Punk's career. And that makes him hated forever, right? There's no coming back from that. It writes itself in its own way. I know you don't see that coming, but that's what gets people's butts in the seats is doing stuff.
That's beautiful, Ron. And it would be something we would run to the water cooler to talk about, without a doubt. But TKO ain't letting Roman go that easy. They're going to keep making money off of him as long as they can.
Well, then they have him come back like Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA as like the Midnight Riders. Like everybody knows it's Roman Reigns underneath the mask, but they like ride that out for a while, and then finally they let him back in. You could do a lot of different things. Right now, what they're doing ain't working.
Yeah, it's this will be a good match. It's probably gonna. You think it's gonna headline night 2?
Yeah,
it's gonna main event. You think?
I think that this match is going to be a very high quality match because I think it's one of CM Punk's last major matches that he'll have inside of WWE, and I think that he'll actually show up for this match. I think that Roman Reigns, I think that based upon some of the commentary that they've had leading up to it, he really wants to showcase himself as the tribal chief and the dominant one. So my hope is that they're going to bring their A games to this match.
The second match got announced last night on Raw with Liv Morgan doing a swerve. Had Jade Cargill come out, had Stephanie come out, and popped Stephanie right in the mouth, and then attacked her, left her crumpled in the ring, and that's all she wrote. What do you think about this match at WrestleMania?
I think it has an incredible upside because you got two quality human beings out there that are going to be putting it on, and I think that they're going to put it all out there. If I'm a betting man, I'm thinking to myself, like, it's obvious that Liv Morgan would be the big choice, but I'm betting for Stephanie Vaquera because I think they want to make her title run a little bit more value. So I think that this is a great opportunity to give Stephanie some run, get her a quality opponent, somebody that people will be like, you beat Liv Morgan. Now we're going to start paying attention to you now a little bit.
There's that. I mean, both the women's champions lately have their title reigns are less than stellar, which is not their fault. I got a feeling they want to put the belt back on Liv at this point, though. I really do. They had a lot of plans for her. So that's the feeling I have. Is they want to put the belt back on her.
Well, to put Stephanie Vaquera either in a where she taps out or she loses straight up, that's just not a good. Where does she go from there? And that's something that we have to all think about. Is like she goes where? She's chaser now. Well, she's not very good on the microphone quite yet. There's a lot of stuff that's against her. So I think that you build her. Give her an opportunity to fight against Rhea Ripley because, like, she hasn't fought against anybody. There's so many challengers that she has available to her. Asuka, and she's a great wrestler. So I think that stay tuned. My prediction is Stephanie Vaquera coming up here soon.
You know what I would love to see? I'd love to see her start talking to Dominic in Spanish and saying things that Liv has no idea what she's saying. But she's literally trying to attract Dominic
to her side.
To her side. Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
So, and that would continue that feud between the two of them. So,
yeah. Yes.
I am excited for this match, though. I think Liv Morgan, before she got hurt, was like she had like 3 storylines going. Before she got hurt, like she was a main focal point. So I'm excited for this. I like Liv Morgan a lot. I like Stephanie a lot. This should be a really fun match, and we'll break it down some more as we get a little bit closer to WrestleMania. All right, I've been waiting to talk about this with you since last night. Brock Lesnar solicits an open challenge. He wants a match at WrestleMania, and he threw the gauntlet down. Not only did he throw the gauntlet down, but starting in March, he is literally has 5 appearances before WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's going to be there, so that's really cool to watch.
Oh,
so who do you think is going to, in your opinion, who do you think is going to take that challenge?
I mean, let's be honest, man. There's only 2 dudes that are worth throwing against Brock Lesnar. And it's Obafemi and Gunther. That's it. So I'm thinking if you want Obafemi right now and you have them go at it and Oba wins to give Oba the rub, and then you get Brock and Gunther at SummerSlam for obvious reasons of Gunther ending his career as well, then it lines up. But those are the only 2 guys right now that make sense to me. Like, I started going through the list, and I was like who goes, like, there's no, like, well, who else benefits from wrestling Brock? That's the key moment.
I have one more, and you're not going to believe that I'm about to say this.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm ready.
Joe Hendry. Because they call out for the open challenge and nobody answers, and they're like, we need somebody, maybe like a Joe Hendry, and then he comes out and he doesn't win the match, but you don't waste a spot for Gunther or for Obafemi to lose to Brock. And Joe Hendry comes and puts on a great match, and it now puts his star on the side. So it would be kind of like he took on Randy Orton last year. So he's getting more ingrained into the WWE product that much more.
Mm. Mm.
If I'm booking it, brother, you see, I know how to get it. So like,
and you hate Joe Hendry, so for you to say that, like, but it's got my wheels turning. Like, oh, okay. Joe Hendry, you know, he's not scared. He's always trying to do the right thing. He's really like, it's kind of like John Cena 2.0, really, and a lot of what he does. So I don't hate that at all. But part of me is like, well, Brock Lesnar ate John Cena for lunch. He'd probably eat Joe Hendry. So then what?
All you gotta do though is make him look good, though. I mean, like look really good. Like he was able to go up against the Beast Incarnate, and even though he lost, he put on a great showing so that people like remember him. Because right now, the WWE audience isn't that keen on Joe Hendry because he was with TNA for the last bit of his time.
I just thought of this, and we haven't really seen him yet. What about Royce Keys?
I think that Royce kind of messed up his thing, you know, with the AIDS thing and all that sort of stuff. I know that they had him on Stephanie McMahon's program and everything like that, but it's like who cares?
I mean, just get him in front of us. Like we don't give a damn how old he is. Just like get him in front of us. But that's to me, like Brock Lesnar, WrestleMania. I need powerhouses in the ring with Brock Lesnar. That's why I'm like, part of me is like, I like Joe Hendry a lot. I'm a Joe Hendry guy. I believe in Joe Hendry, but I don't see him and Brock. Brock versus Oba. I feel like Oba is just like, and I want to say waste, but if Brock's pretty old, and I don't know if he's got too much left, and I think they're just paying him kind of on this retirement tour. I feel like Oba's the guy, and that would give a good rub to Oba as well to take down the Beast Incarnate.
But the thing is that if Brock is ultimately going to retire later on this year, if that's what their intention is, I think that you have to let Brock have a victory or two so that it makes whoever ends his career stand out a little bit more, in my opinion.
There's that. So I'm. This is a story that I am interested in it unfolding. Who is going to answer that? And I don't think they'll do it right away. That's why there's so many appearances. Like the next one or two, he'll probably come out. He'll probably beat the crap out of some people, and nobody will answer the challenge. And then by like the fourth time, somebody will answer the challenge finally, and then we'll get a little kind of lead up to WrestleMania. So I'm excited for this story.
I dig it, and it could be Sami Zayn too. Somebody that needs a rub, right? Somebody that needs, like, they put in a great fight against Brock Lesnar.
That's gross. Sami Zayn versus Brock is gross. I want no part of that.
Yeah, my Ron Stradamus's pick is Joe Hendry. So there's that.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll see how that story unfolds. All right. Elimination Chamber is this Saturday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. Starting with, and I think we've talked about this, we got Becky Lynch defending her Intercontinental title. Oliver joining in. Yes, we are. You had good timing, Oliver. You got good timing. We are ready for Elimination Chamber. We're talking about it right now. Let us know your thoughts. Tell us who you think is going to win. Becky Lynch and AJ Lee. If I remember right, you picked Becky Lynch already like a week or two ago. Is that am I correct on that?
I can't confirm or deny at the moment.
Okay. Well, who are you picking today?
So, in my opinion, I think that the big pop in Chicago goes to AJ Lee.
Right. Because she's from Chicago. Her and Punk are from Chicago. They claim Chicago.
That's my pick, AJ Lee.
I gotta go AJ Lee as well. I just feel like she is kind of a part-timer. She had some time off because I think she was on a book tour. So I think she's back now. I think her taking the title off of Becky, and then that might lead to another match at WrestleMania. The last 2 times she's faced Becky, she's won. So I feel like that just leads that momentum into she's going to win this match. And Oliver's with us. He thinks AJ Lee's going to win too.
Good job.
So, yes, and Cody's right. And that's what we've been talking about. Let's get Becky back into the main event. Like, that's where she needs to be.
That's where she needs to be, absolutely. Good job, Cody.
I like it. This should be I hope it's going to be a good match. I really do. But like I said, we don't know. AJ Lee's not done a singles match in a decade. So what are we going to get?
She's done some one-on-one with Punk.
Yeah, but he's taking it easy on her. He's taking it easy.
My Mr. Roper smile.
Oh. Then we have as well CM Punk against Finn Balor, and they've been really hyping this up, and they've really been hyping up like Punk taking that chance of possibly losing the title before WrestleMania. Come on, guys.
Yeah, you know what? It's one of those that this is one of the best stories that they've ever had going into the middle of WrestleMania, because what if Finn Balor was to win somehow? What if he wins, that totally interrupts WrestleMania on the spot, and that would be the worst WrestleMania main event of all time. Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns.
Hold on. I wouldn't agree with that if we got Finn Balor the Demon.
True.
Finn Balor the Demon against Roman Reigns has some merit, has some value. But like I said, we talked about it. They've already been marketing CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. Roman coming out and be like, I want this because I hate you. Like, that holds no weight if Finn Balor wins.
Right.
So CM Punk all the way. Oliver agrees. He knows what's up. So yeah, it's
and Ron Young gets CM Punk too on that one.
Yeah, that's just too easy, man. CM Punk all the way. So I'm not gaining any points here yet. Moving on to where
I'll go first since I'm winning right now. I'll go first, so therefore you can do whatever you want. You can either ride the bandwagon or you can say, okay, I'm gonna take a shot on this. So
okay.
The Elimination Chamber women's match.
We've got Alexa Bliss, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, and the surprise, Kiana James. What do you got, Ron?
The winner of this match, Rhea Ripley.
Okay. Why?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna redact that. Let me like I keep going back and forth, so I'm gonna go a different route. Sorry about it. I'm changing my mind. So the winner of the match, Alexa Bliss.
Ooh. Why Alexa Bliss? Like, what does that do?
So Alexa, she came back a year and a half ago with the fanfare of like she's been a 4-time women's champion, she's been a tag team champion, she's been with Charlotte and everything like that. And I think that they could get a good run out of having Alexa Bliss win the championship and ultimately going on to face Charlotte Flair at SummerSlam. They could get a lot of good run out of the frenemies. I think that they could get a lot of run out of that. So Alexa Bliss finds a way to win, and then she goes on to beat Jade Cargill, and it'll be the ultimate David versus Goliath. I was gonna say Rhea Ripley, but I keep going back and forth. She's the tag team champion, and having her fight against Jade Cargill, it doesn't make any sense because what is Io gonna do at that point in time? So that's why I did. Yeah, Alexa Bliss.
And they have a match on SmackDown against Nia and Lash Legend for the belts on SmackDown before Elimination Chamber. I'm going to throw a curveball here. And I just think I'd love to see the matchup. And I do think she's the most improved wrestler of 2025. Wrestler / character. Raquel Rodriguez. I'm gonna take Raquel Rodriguez, and I think a match between her and Jade. And I might be future thinking here, because in my mind, there's still something there between her and Liv. And if Liv wins the title against Stephanie, and Raquel wins the title against Jade at WrestleMania, then we have a feud for Crown Jewel or Night of Champions. Whichever one, Night of Champions.
Crown Jewel.
Is it Crown Jewel?
Crown Jewel.
Crown Jewel. Then we have a real feud that we didn't know was coming at Crown Jewel. Raquel Rodriguez.
Okay, I dig it. All right, so we have that written down. That's in stone.
And I think there's a lot to say about like Rhea Ripley again with the tag titles. Tiffany Stratton, I don't see them wanting to put her against Jade right now just because the last time we saw Jade squashed her. So, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Right. All right. This one, I don't even know who I'm going to pick yet. We got the men's Elimination Chamber where we've got Jey Uso. Probably should have been Bronson Reed. Probably was going to be Bronson Reed. Javon Evans. Your boy is Bouncy. Trick Willie. Let's talk about it. Randy Orton. Cody Rhodes. And L.A. Knight. Yeah. Let's go. Tell me about it. Let's talk about it.
All right. So, Cody Rhodes.
Right. Cody, mark me now for Cody Rhodes as well.
You know what though? I was just kidding. So like my real pick with regards to this would be Randall Keith Orton. And the reason why I'm picking Randall Keith Orton is because I think that Jacob Fatu is going to come and somehow get involved in the match, and him and Cody are going to have a match at WrestleMania, a one-on-one match.
I mean, didn't Randy just get beat by Aleister Black on SmackDown?
That's when Randy is like the sharpest, is when he gets a setback.
I don't know what Randy Orton did, if he's got the blackmail photos of Triple H and Stephanie doing shit they shouldn't be doing, or if he just one day was like, Hunter, you suck. Like whatever it was, that dude hasn't won a PLE match in forever. Like, I'm probably more likely to win this Elimination Chamber match than Randy Orton is. Let's be honest. Like, we love the RKO. We love Randy Orton. But WWE does not love him right now. I don't see that happening.
What I see happening is that Randy will beat Drew McIntyre for the belt. And then at SummerSlam, you'll have Randy versus Cody finally, to where they start their feud.
Okay, I can get behind it. But, yeah, I think the Cody, Drew, Jacob triple threat is happening. How we get there, I don't know. The first step is we got to get Cody the match. Cody's going to win.
Or it could be a fatal four-way. You could have Randy versus Drew versus Jacob versus Cody.
I like that too. Like that, to me, that's a great idea. Because then that also, with that, we don't know who's going to win at that point. Could Drew win and keep the belt? Could Randy win and win his 15th? Could Cody get the belt back? Could Jacob win his first belt? Championship belt. He won U.S. title, but we won't count that. So that's great. But I think Cody wins this match.
Okay, so Cody is your pick. Cody Rhodes.
So basically, we've got we're basically, I'm not gaining any points with the first two matches. I need Raquel and Cody to win to gain any ground on you.
And I could go all the way out and be like days ahead of you, my friend.
There's a lot of year left, Ron. With a lot of year left. Or at the end of the day, I'll still be happy buying you a steak. Whatever.
There you go.
I'll just be hanging out, spending a good time with you, and I'll have steak and whiskey. You'll have steak. It'll all work out.
That's right. But for special occasions, I might have a whiskey too. I'm just kidding. I'm good with not drinking. It feels good not to drink anymore. So tomorrow night,
the last thing on the list to talk about, we are going to AEW
for the first time ever.
First time ever. I've been watching them for the last month or so based on knowing that we were going to go. So I wanted to know the characters and see everything. Hangman Adam Page and MJF will be having a promo on Dynamite. I don't know if they're going to do anything on I think on Collision, Hangman will be in a match there's not a tag team, but there's a 3-way belt that he's a part of.
Trios,
part of the group.
Yeah.
Trios group. I think he's in a match for that on as well. It's really cool because they're doing live Dynamite and then they're filming Collision. So we get a lot of wrestling tomorrow night, and I am all for it. Your boy Pinky's getting turned up. Andy got Hennessy and Hypnotic. Do you know what that makes, Ron?
An Incredible Hulk, my friend.
I haven't had an Incredible Hulk in like 20 years. So I'm going to get turned up tomorrow. You know what I'm most excited for tomorrow? So I'll be wearing my dress shirt and a tie tomorrow. I have a meeting from 3 to 4. And as soon as I get done with the meeting, I'm running into the bathroom, putting on shorts, putting on a wrestling shirt, and heading out the door. Let's go.
Let's get it. Get it. It's going to be a great time for sure.
Super excited.
For everybody that's tuned in, we really appreciate you guys being a part of watching what we're doing. We're just two wrestling fans that just come out here and talk a little smack about WWE programming mostly. And we appreciate you guys tuning in. We do it every Tuesday, 6 Mountain Standard Time. My brother watches it all the way in England. So he's watching it and it's 8 o'clock. No, it's not 8 o'clock. It's 2 a.m. English time, whatever. You're crazy. But you can't see us. And what we're doing is we got 2 words for you if you don't like the program.
Suck it!
We'll see you guys next week, guys.
Yeah. Smack talking raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream. Cena hit the ring, you can see me theme. See a punk pipe bomb, truth getting told. Stephanie Vaquer in the ring looking bold. Pinky's on the mic, Ron's got the play. Dropping hot takes every single day. Mike's blaze, crowds wild, energy tall. Monday night vibes, we bring it on. From the top rope talk to backstage brawl.